know, sometimes this life can get rough. You get knocked down, but you gotta get up. Keep going. I done been knocked down 1,000 times. Yeah, traveling around 1,000 miles for some time, but you know I can't stop now. Can't wait too soon. Throw in the towel. It ain't looking real good, but I won't give up. Pac said that I gotta keep my head up, so I ain't going nowhere. Yeah, I'm standing right here. Demons all around, but I ain't got no fear. Will blow, but these roots get deep. I'm on my feet, the underdog. In the fire now, but I won't be burned. I was waiting for this, and now it's my turn. Spit on my face, blood in my eyes. Been underground, now I aim for the sky. Don't quit now, you can last longer. All these wounds only making you stronger. Don't give up now, yeah, you gotta climb. But we give it to all.
If it's Monday, it's time for the UD Awards National Series presented by Slingshot Racing League. I am Johnny Rapp, joined in the Slingshot TV booth tonight by Justin Wilson. Tonight we head to Charlotte Motor Speedway for the Queen City Sprint. Opening in 1960, Charlotte Motor Speedway quickly became one of stock car racing's most iconic tracks. Located just 19 miles from Charlotte in Concord, North Carolina, the speedway was designed and constructed by the dynamic duo of Bruton Smith and Curtis Turner. Turner, a renowned figure of his time as a moonshiner, had speed and handling at the forefront of his mind when conceiving this intermediate 1.5 mile circuit, featuring corners steeply banked at 24 degrees. Over the years, many of the stock car racing greats have left their mark at Charlotte, including David Pearson, Kyle Busch, and five-time winner Darrell Waltrip. No one would top Jimmy Johnson, though, as he amassed 8 total victories at Charlotte, including 3 consecutive wins in the Coca-Cola 600. Well, Justin, so far this season, we have seen some incredible action from these ARCA drivers. With only 4 races left in the season, what can we expect to see when the green flag drops tonight?
Well, Johnny, Charlotte's one of those tracks where speed and precision have to work together. Over 90 laps tonight, drivers are going to be right on the edge. And what makes this place tricky is that once you get side by side, neither lane really has that upper hand. Both grooves are fast. So making a pass here is going to take patience and a perfectly timed run. Possibly drafting down the straightaway will help you close in, but that leader in the clean air still holds the advantage when you get back into the corner. With the stakes rising as we near the end of the season, every move is going to become a little tougher and a whole lot more important. And with that, as the field gets set for tonight's race at Charlotte, let's head trackside for the singing of our national anthem.
Welcome back to Charlotte Motor Speedway. Before we set the grid here tonight, we do have our pre-race stories to get to. Starting off with our point standings after last week's race at Michigan. Chris Smith able to extend a little bit of a points lead over Braxton Deweese for the first time this season. Well, maybe not the first time, but getting late in the running here. Yeah, definitely pretty close up front here with Ellis Thomas still in striking distance with just 4 races to go here. It is still just about anybody in the top 5's game.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, yeah, that last race, Braxton did not have the finish he quite wanted and let Chris Smith pull away quite a bit, but still with 3 races, I think 3, right? I'm going crazy here. Yeah, 3 or 4 races left to go. Yeah, still plenty of time for Braxton. Yeah, plenty of time for Braxton. Even Ellis Thomas to sneak his way in there.
Absolutely. A little bit further back, you still see the battle for the top 10 is pretty tight as well. Matt Kuntz just a handful of points behind Randy Gross for that final 10th place position. But something to keep an eye on all night long, and something else to keep an eye on is our pre-race stories. They're going to look pretty similar because, hey, I mean, it's kind of the same talking points week in and week out. But up front is going to be track position. Qualifying is going to be key, and we know just how the air works on these cars. And yeah, you want to start up front and stay up front as long as you can.
Yeah, I mean, and staying up front is definitely going to be tricky with the multiple lanes that Charlotte does bring, especially when you get side by side. A lot of drivers try to get to the outside of each other to get that run off of the corners, but at the same time, that clean air up front is just where to be.
Another thing to watch is going to be the draft and just how much of an effect it's going to have on these drivers here tonight. I'm sorry. Yeah, this is a pretty big track, and we're going to see if, coming down the backstretch, getting into the corner, if you're able to get a run and maybe make a late move getting into the corner to try to further your position. And man, I'll tell you what, that's going to lead right into the next one. That's going to be avoiding wrecks, because if people are starting to make some bold decisions out there trying to get some track position, things can go wrong in a hurry here at Charlotte.
Oh, without a doubt, but we've seen all season very, very clean racing out throughout the season so far. So I don't expect to see any big wrecks.
Yeah, I don't either. But yeah, either way, we're gonna have to keep an eye on that. We do still have quite a bit of time in our warm-up session. So as we kind of jump over here, I think it's a good time to bring in right now on the board Chase Barry in that number 46 machine, who will be running our heartbeat monitor tonight. We haven't heard from him too much this season. He is technically our in-race reporter. So let's bring Chase Barry in and see what he has to say.
Yeah, Chase Barry, got a copy?
Yeah, I got 2. What's up, guys?
All right, man, in-race reporter today, rocking that 46 and our heart rate monitor. But how you feeling going into this? Qualifying was a little tough for you this go around, but
Yeah, I thought I did pretty good for a minute, and then I like just mess around. Like, dang, I like this little high lap session here. I like hit one, just messing and goofing. I was a whole 10th and a half faster. I'm like, I don't even know what I did. I thought I hit it pretty good, but I guess I sucked. So I don't know. We'll figure it out starting in mid backpack, so I might have to do some crazy things to get to the front if I get there.
Well, 90 laps here is a pretty long way. I mean, are we anticipating you doing your normal save an extra set of tires for the end?
I don't know. It depends on when if there's a caution. Usually Charlotte's always, for some reason, a green flag race, or that if there's a caution in the first 10 laps. So I don't know. It just depends on what the plan is with that. I don't know. Just depends on what the race feels like. If it's like a BS caution or a big wreck, it just depends what's going on.
I got you, man. Well, but hey, before we let you go and kick this race off, is there anybody you'd like to thank before it gets started?
Yeah, you guys are, broadcasting. Let me hang out with you guys. I think Jacob Phillips for connection dropped because it's one less car got passed off the start. Who else? Randy Race Control. We'll thank the sponsors. Could be you if you was on the car. Real life or a fake car, I don't care. Yeah. Other than that, yeah.
All right, man. Well,
That's it.
looks like we're gridding up, so good luck out there.
All right, that is Chase Berry. You know him, you love him. He's here week in and week out, always putting on a show and trying some strange strategies. See if they're able to work out tonight for him, coming off of a second place finish last week in Michigan. So we'll have to see how it pans out. Moving on to... Oh, good.
Oh, no. Let's go ahead and kick this grid off.
Yeah, a pre-race grid here. We're going to see just where your favorite drivers are starting this race here tonight. Looks like up front it's going to be points leader Chris Smith with second in points. Braxton Deweese right behind him. Followed by Robert Probst in that number 5 machine. And Ellis Thomas, third place in points right now in fourth. Jacob Phelps maybe suffering some connection issues right now, but qualified fifth. Looks like he may miss the grid in the start of this race with Laura Wiseman on his outside in that number 84. Further back from there, we have Lee Campbell and Brian Probst, 7th and 8th, with James Danforth and Nick DeCesare rounding out the top 10.
Yeah, coming out 11th, we have Cam Gillens in the 07 into his outside. Chase Berry, who we were just speaking with. Randy Gross in the 31 is going to be starting 13th with Matt Coots to his outside. Jacob Nickerson will be rolling off 15th. And Zachary Mitchell to his outside. And that number 23 and 16. Steve Est, our last of our qualifiers, is going to be rolling off 17th. And our non-qualifiers will be Ryan Hinkle, Patrick O'Toole, and Paul Thomas will be running out that last row.
It's going to be exciting to see if they can drive their way through the field. But right now we're heading into turn 3. Get ready to take the green flag here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. And yes, this is going to be a very exciting race. We got 2 of our top contenders starting up front. We'll see just exactly who gets to jump and gets to lead this race early on.
Yeah, we're basically firing right into this thing. No more time to waste. Pace car is dipped off. Flagman is in control of this initial start, but Chris Smith, Braxton Deweese, we've seen these two all season basically in the positions that they are. They take the green. We're going to kick off our 90 laps here at Charlotte. We got a car hard into the outside wall. Is that Braxton Deweese? I believe it is. Hard into the outside wall. It looked like Laura Wiseman as well. We're going to have to follow back on that. I think probably some shifting issues there, and it put them hard in the outside wall.
Yeah, we've heard and seen some shifting issues from that number 8 and over the last couple weeks, including at Portland not too long ago. But man, yeah, we're definitely going to have to go back. Maybe we can get the side by side on that. But up front right now, Chris Smith and Robert Probst have kind of separated from the pack a little bit with that early incident from Braxton.
Yeah, without a doubt. We could try and hit this onboard here of maybe a little side by side, and let's just maybe see if we can see what happened here. Kind of see the RPMs down there. And, oh yeah, wasn't able to shift, and got ran over. There's nothing you can do at that point.
Yeah, unfortunate for one of our championship contenders here. Definitely have to see he's able to get that thing fixed, and man, he's going to be hoping for a caution now at this point. Back here at currently last 20th place, and kind of still on the tail end of the draft here with Patrick O'Toole right ahead of him. We do have, you may notice there is a lot of throwback paint jobs out here tonight. This is our throwback race. Patrick O'Toole being one of those that brought out a 2000s Terry Labonte paint scheme. We see him running Terry Labonte all the time, but this is a little different than what we're used to seeing.
Yeah, I'm definitely liking it.
Yeah, it looks good. Another one with a Labonte paint job. It's going to be that number 5 of Robert Brobst up here in second place. Still hot on Chris Smith's heels. And another sharp-looking car. Definitely keep an eye on that one. You cannot miss it.
Yeah, showing some early speed from that number 5 early on, sitting here right on the back bumper of Chris Smith. So we're just a handful of laps into this thing.
Yeah, you can see it right there on the left. Only one top 5 from Robert this season, but last week, an unfortunate issue with him blowing a motor after the caution came out kind of took him out of second place, and yeah, he's definitely looking to fire back this week and make up for that mistake. Challenging for the lead here on lap 6.
Yeah, not far behind him, Lee Campbell. And that number 14 machine slowly reeling these guys in as well. Not entirely sure if this is a throwback. It kind of looks like one. Not entirely sure.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering that pre-race too. It looks like it is, but maybe it's something that wasn't too long ago. I think that's a fairly modern sponsor, right? But either way, that 14 is looking good up here right now in a podium position.
Keep in mind, too, everybody watching these drivers, it's kind of a special race. I know we got the throwback, but these drivers are racing for a little bit of cash. Top 3 awarded a little bit of a payday.
Yeah, they absolutely are. And we were talking about the throwback paint jobs. The winner of the best throwback gets a custom poster with their car on it sent to their house. Been a very popular thing here in the Slingshot Racing League. And yeah, definitely looking forward to continue that. And whoever ends up winning that is going to get themselves a nice, pretty poster to put on the wall.
And it's actually customized.
Yes, this one is actually custom. Got kind of a second pack back here. We're looking at Cam Gillens maybe trying to make a move on Danforth for 5th place here. Not able to make it work there, but yeah, this kind of second pack back here led by Ellis Thomas. See if that draft is able to kind of bring them back into the battle for the lead, but right now they are still fighting it out back here for 4th through 7th.
Yeah, just behind this pack here, Laura Wiseman also had that significant hit similar to Braxton Deweese on the first lap and fell back significantly since the start of this thing. I'm sure that right side's not having it right now. Probably a little bit of aero damage is starting to hurt a bit. Chase Berry has been slowly working his way through the field, just now getting into the back bumper. Laura Wiseman possibly to make the pass here in the next lap or so.
Yeah, it's still holding strong. You can see the damage on the right front of Laura's car there. And, yeah, still able to kind of keep it up in the top 10 here. You can see only lost 2 spots with that incident and that contact. But definitely probably not the car you want up front in your pack, because it's kind of like having a parachute hanging off the right front of that car.
Yeah, definitely as well. It's probably a little bit tighter in the corners for Laura, and having to lift just a little bit more than what these other drivers are having to. As you can see them all going around her on the outside here. Randy Gross, looks like Nick is also going to do the same.
Yeah, kind of getting stuck on the bottom. Makes you wonder if that outside has some more momentum, but it could just be that damage holding Laura back right now. But yeah, it's like a pack of hungry dogs right now. Everybody is jumping at the chance to get a position here. Just 13 laps into this race. It is still go time, and yeah, we'll have to see. Maybe a caution or something. Laura can get that thing fixed up. But right now, kind of falling back pretty good.
Yeah, I kind of just had to go back and look at lap times of what Braxton Deweese after that hard hit he has. And yeah, Braxton Deweese is the slowest car on the track right now with that damage given to him right there off the initial start. So tough break. Definitely needs a yellow so he can try to get some of this damage fixed up. Maybe salvage what's already been a pretty bad race. But he's got to be careful because it won't be long before he possibly gets lapped down.
while we're watching this battle here with Ryan Hinkle and Zachary Mitchell, we did have a change up front for third place. Ellis Thomas able to get by Lee Campbell. Lee Campbell falling back quite a bit here. I'm not sure if maybe some wall contact or something that kind of set him off there, but now he's under fire from James Danforth for fourth.
No, definitely no contact or anything from for that 14. Just slowly falling off, and you know Ellis was kind of taking it easy on that from the initial get-go, so probably saving tires because he's starting to slowly reel in. Well, he's kind of matching the lap times of these leaders right now, and that lap he was actually faster than the leaders, so tire wear maybe starting to play a role here for some of these drivers.
Yeah, while that goes on, we see this incredible move. Danforth put it right up on the boards. Got that run and able to get by Lee Campbell finally. And now Brian Brooks is going to try the same. But yeah, we'll bring up our battle box here with Ellis to see just how much he is or isn't catching Robert Brooks ahead. Maybe we'll do the corner tracker. That might give us a little bit better of an idea. As you can see, that you can see the view out in front of that 38. Definitely quite a bit of time to gain, but you can see other than it being a little bit slower on corner entry there, he was pretty even throughout the rest of the corner.
Keep an eye off this pack back here. Cam Gillen's just kind of checked up just a little bit off of turn 2, and it just bunched the rest of them all up. I mean, these guys are door to door.
Yeah, the battle for the top 10 is on. You can see, yeah, just how close that is. You see these cars, maybe a little bit of tire wear coming into effect, but yeah, it's starting to get a little darty. They're definitely not handling to these drivers' liking.
That's one of the best things about running in the heat of the day, man. If cars get a little squirrely. I say that we're kind of under shade right now, but
yeah, that's kind of the thought behind it. Most of the time, you know, you're around Charlotte, it's at night. We're coming out here in the daytime. We want to see if there is tire fall off, and we want these guys to lift a little bit, have to drive these things. So far, so good, though. They've been putting on an incredible battle all throughout the top 10.
oh, Lee Campbell tags the wall right in front of Chase Berry here. Keeps it going, but he's falling back. He just scraped it off of turn 4, but Chase Berry had to do like kind of an evasive maneuver to pass him as the rest of that kind of small pack is going to swallow him up here. He dips to the bottom, trying not to lose any more positions. Should be safe to keep pressing, but man, Chase Berry right now, I'm impressed by that 46. He's, you know, back here started fairly deep in the field of 12th, and he's up to 6th now, and he's been running lap times equivalent to what these guys in this lead pack is. So a lot of speed out of that 46 today. And our heart rate monitor up here, so you can see he's staying nice and calm. That's 69. Nice.
Yeah, you can see that number 46 with the Jeff Gordon throwback. Yeah, somebody had said something in the chat earlier that Gordon was supposed to run the 46 before they eventually switched to the 24. But, yeah, sharp-looking ride from Chase Berry. A little bit of a, you know, some liberties taken with the spec map there, but I think it looks pretty sharp.
You ever think that, you know, Gordon just running a 46? I think the 24 just suited better.
Yeah, it's one of those things that just ended up to work out. Nick DeCesare, though, still hot on the heels of Chase Berry as we go on board with Nick right here to see just kind of the line that they're running. Chase going a little bit higher. Nick kind of gets down to the bottom earlier, gets pretty close to that blue line. That's right where you want to be. Chase might be, hey, it's going to put a little extra heat in your tires if you're running up there like that.
Yeah, that's the beauty of this track. I mean, you can really run multiple lanes and still run that same lap time. As Jacob Phillips opted to come in and take some tires here. So pit stop from the 56. He takes his 4 tires here on lap 23. Some strategy maybe from that Payday Racing driver.
Yeah, that definitely makes you wonder. Yeah, we can see back here, he's got some damage as well, so maybe that forced his hand. But
I definitely got some serious right front damage here. You can see that tire sticking out. So similar to what Laura Wiseman and Jackson Weiss are fighting right now. So maybe he figured pit now and maybe hope for a caution after the cycle.
It's very possible. I do believe they can go about 54 laps on fuel. So definitely not quite enough to make it to the end for the driver number 56, but we're going to have to see how that pans out for him. We got a little bit of a battle here. Zachary Mitchell and Lee Campbell. Lee Campbell still steadily dropping after that. There's multiple contacts with the wall earlier. And yeah, hey, now he's just outside of the top 10. He's got to get it back together, get back in a rhythm. Definitely showed some serious speed at the beginning of this race.
Yeah, and you can see he's opting to run that high line in 1 and 2, which was about the fastest way around in qualifying earlier. But doesn't seem to be helping him out too much in this. But looking through his, we got Danforth up here in the 88 up here on the wall. He was trying to make a move on Brian Probst. They keep it going, but Brian Probst right now has been reeling in Ellis Thomas and kind of towing James Danforth along. But these drivers have been rapidly catching that number 5 of Robert Probst. I think he's kind of hit the cliff of his tires, and he's been falling back 2 to 3 tenths a lap to Chris Smith into the clutches here of Ellis Thomas in the group. You see how close Brian was up to that wall there. Getting really, really close up there.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, it worked too, because that number 88, Danforth, was trying to make a move. He went up there, got that momentum, and was able to clear back out. And yeah, still bringing the fight to Ellis Thomas here for 3rd place.
It definitely seems like the speed in 1 and 2 is just running up there now. Granted, you're probably sacrificing a lot of that, a lot of heat in that tire and a lot of tire wear from it, but just this power run that he gets on the back straightaway to Ellis, it's remarkable.
Yeah, you can see just the gap behind 2nd place Robert Probst right now. He's definitely falling back a little bit, and I'd say he's now close enough where Ellis is going to start to get the draft. So we'll see how fast Ellis can catch him. As we see back there, Brian Probst just about into the wall. Maybe not as good of a run through there as it was a couple laps ago, because now James Danforth is going to be able to side draft him down the straightaway. Let's see if he's able to get this pass done as he gets tight.
James tapped the apron a little bit there. And 3 is somebody hit the wall right up here in front of him. I think that was Robert Probst. It was.
Yeah, we saw the smoke. Robert tags the wall yet again. Definitely used up the good in those tires, and now he's fighting for dear life to hang on to this podium position.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be able to hold off Ellis Thomas, even running that high line, getting that run off the corner. That 38 now is fast. Even the guys behind him, even though they've been racing very hard with each other, they slowly lost a little bit to Ellis, but Robert Probst did regain that position from James Danforth. But I'd be a little worried if I'm that 5 machine right now, because he's falling back well over 3 to 4 tenths a lap.
Yeah, right now able to kind of get back in front of Ellis. Looks like Ellis almost tags the wall there, trying to get that high line momentum. Robert definitely tags the wall again off of 4, and we'll see if Ellis is able to make the pass. It's just so hard to do. The multiple lanes. There's so much momentum on the top. It's going to squeeze them into the wall.
Ellis.
They make contact.
Yeah, it was definitely a bit of a squeeze, but I mean, at the same time, I don't think Ellis anticipated the 5 getting run in the corner like he did. But that 5 is definitely holding these guys up right now. He's fighting to hold this position.
Yeah. Definitely fighting tooth and nail for every inch of the track right now. See his cousin Brian.
Oh, contact right behind
him.
What a save from that 11. Did you see how sideways he was off of the nose of James Danforth? I think Danforth, unsure. I mean, he probably didn't anticipate Danforth running so close to his right rear up there against the wall. But, man, what a save from that 11. But at the mercy of losing all those positions, wait a minute, we got a car down in the grass.
Yeah, it's about to go back for the replay there, but it looks like Robert had another issue. He's going to lose some spots here. Maybe we'll go back and we'll get a replay of that one instead. See, once again, it looks like coming off of this turn 4, tags the wall completely sideways, takes the Roval.
Yeah, that's what I say, taking the chicane there. Get skill points for that.
I'll tell you what, in the last 5 laps, we've seen, about 3 or 4 incredible saves from these drivers. 2 of them involving Robert Probst and 1 of them involving Brian Probst. We see now they're side by side. Robert kind of tags the wall a little bit there, but this is the battle now. Instead of for the top 5, it's going to be for 8th place between Robert and Brian. Brian Probst opts to bring it down pit road. Maybe he had a little bit of damage, I think, and I'm not too sure, but maybe trying to get that early undercut on the rest of the field.
Yeah, I mean, the wall. He didn't make contact with the wall. That was pretty much what straightened him back out. So probably a lot of ill handling because he kind of did smack it with that front end. So probably had some toe damage. That definitely makes it very uncomfortable driving into these corners.
Yeah, we can see it there. Didn't opt to stay in and fix too much damage. Looks like he just got his 4 tires and he's going to set sail on those fresh tires. So we haven't talked too much about him because of all the action throughout the rest of the field here, but Chris Smith still running up front. Has led every lap so far with that early incident from Braxton and held off Robert there for a while. Definitely solid performance. Yeah, it's not so exciting, though, because we got cars that are 2 and 3 wide behind him really duking it out.
Oh, yeah, without doubt. And believe it or not, Ellis Thomas, even the last 2 laps, has been faster than Chris Smith, but Chris Smith has pretty much put out a good commanding 2.5-second lead right now. So it's definitely going to be tough for Ellis to pick that up, but pit stop, so the pit window will be opening up here soon as we're 5 laps from halfway. We'll see if Ellis opts to come down and try to undercut Chris a little bit, and we'll definitely see, but be curious to see how long these drivers are going to stay out. Generally, halfway is that, the rule of thumb, right?
Yeah, hey, I mean, that's what I would do. Looks like we do have another one in the pits. It's going to be Robert Brixton at number 5. Definitely got his money's worth out of those tires, and coming down to get some new ones. And we see right here the battle for 3rd place now. James Danforth trying to hold off Chase. Chase kind of made this late charge through the field here, and you can tell the intensity is amping up as his heart rate is up there up to 96 as compared to 69 earlier.
Yeah, Chase Berry running equivalent times to what Ellis Thomas was running, but Danforth scraped the wall there a little bit on the outside, but looks like Chase is finally going to be able to clear him, and Ryan Hinkle sees the opportunity to try to capitalize on Danforth being on the outside, but doesn't look like he's going to be able to.
Yeah, not quite close enough. Not quite close enough for the side draft. We'll see if Danforth just follows in line. It looks like he does, and maybe a little bit left in the tank of that number 46.
Yeah, a few other drivers have come down pit road. Those of Jacob Nickerson, Zachary Mitchell, Lee Campbell, all pitted here just this lap. That pin window is definitely open.
Yeah, we see it there, the number 14 up front. Most of the start of this race got in the wall, fell back a little bit. Coming in to get his tires now and kind of reset. Try to make another charge back up here. Makes you wonder how long the leaders are going to wait. As, yeah, I mean, it seems like tire wear is a bit of an issue here tonight.
Yeah, it looks like we got some more takers on pit road. But this battle right here for 4th place is ramping up because Ryan Hinkle is trying to make a charge on James Stanford here. A few cars exiting pit road, they may get into the mix as well. I'm pretty curious to see when these drivers are going to decide to pit because you definitely want to try to pit before the leader is.
Yeah, you definitely do, but you also, if you're in Ellis's situation right now, you're kind of, you're gaining a little bit. It's kind of, it's, you know, it's evened out a little bit, but if you're gaining time, you want to just keep going, keep gaining time, right? You don't want to, you know, potentially give up your tire advantage when, you know, too early.
Yeah, we're definitely seeing a lot of these drivers starting to struggle at the end of this run as well, so they may opt to just run a lot further out so they have that better tire wear at the end. But also, you don't want to let the leaders get too far out on those fresher tires. So we got a few more drivers coming down pit road. Cam Gillens is spinning down pit road. Sideways, drifting all over, keeps it going straight. Pretty sure he was speeding on pit road, so we will see that black flag. Yes, he is being issued the black flag for that. But good job keeping that thing straight.
Yeah, we'll go back and maybe get a look at that one. As he misses his pit box too, it keeps getting worse and worse for the 07. Just a little bit further back here, maybe a case of too much rear brakes and a little bit too late on the brakes. Got sideways, kept it out of the wall though. An incredible job there. And yeah, he's going to come down and get his service, and he's going to have to come back down and serve that penalty. So.
Well, I think he'll get to serve that penalty sitting on pit road. It's when the penalty is when you exit your pit road, you have to come back down for. But still, a 40-second hold for him as this pack we were just talking about, Lee Campbell on those fresh tires, screaming on the outside.
Maybe a bit of an issue for Matt Kuntz. I heard somebody key up about him, but yeah, it looks like he's rolling pretty good. Yeah, he said Lee Campbell coming up here back through the field, probably using this draft to his advantage, right? He's one of the few that have pitted that came out with a group of fast cars, and he's making his way through them.
Yep.
Definitely going to be interesting to see where he shakes out once everybody else pits.
Yeah, you can definitely see the speed difference versus fresh tires to old as he's going right around the outside of what was a quick 46 machine. So these guys are going to be opting to look at when they're going to pit because, you know, I mean, just what Lee Campbell's doing right here, he's just gaining a lot of time on what he lost earlier. As Nick DeCesare makes his 4-tire pit stop. Looks like Ryan Hinkle's out on pit road now for his.
Ryan Hinkle pitting from just about the top 5, and yeah, that is a Casey Kane throwback for Hinkle this week. Always with the Mountain Dew though, and always sharp-looking cars. He's going to head out of the pits and get back after it.
You can see down there on the pit road a battle board as well. Braxton DeWeese is on pit road. Same with Jacob Phillips, who pitted early as well. He's going to take his last set of tires for the race. As, oh, we got a spin onto the pits. That's Randy Gross. He gets it straightened up, similar to what Cam Gillens just did. But fortunately for him, he was able to actually get it slowed down before he got caught speeding. But it looks like we have another person. Oh, no. Trying to look here. James Danforth just got busted for speeding. Oh, yeah, he was speeding big time. And he hit the... almost hit the tire barrels coming down pit road.
Oh my, you hate to see it. Strong run all night. That's definitely going to derail James quite a bit. So I'm trying to find him here. No, that's not. I'm sorry, I'm struggling here.
So,
but either way,
all of my leaders are on pit road.
Absolutely, we see it. Chris Smith comes in with a commanding lead. Ellis gained quite a bit of time on entry here, though, as now he's only just about a second behind, at least under pace speed there. We're going to see who gets out in front here.
Yeah, see if who's pit crew's faster than who's here. Chase Berry's leaving his pit road, pit stall now. Chris Smith off pit road. Ellis Thomas, yeah, probably about the same distance as they entered pit road here, but I can tell you one person that gained a lot of time on second place, and that's Chase Berry. He's basically coming out of pit road, only if it's just a handful of car lengths behind Ellis Thomas.
That he is, but somebody that took advantage of that undercut very well. It's going to be the 5 of Robert Probst, as well as the 13 of Matt Kuntz. But we see Robert up here really big gap back there. It's about 5 seconds back to Chris Smith. And hey, if he's able to hang on to them tires, might be able to make something happen here.
Yeah, Braxton Deweese here trying to get his lap back, as he is now a lap down because of Robert Probst being in front of him. Here you go, he gets the run. Looks like he's going to probably be able to make this path going off into turn 1. Second place right now, Matt Kuntz pitted fairly early. Is making his way around. So a few cars that capitalize on the undercut as well would be Ryan Hinkle as well as Nick DeCesare. They pulled out a commanding lead over that group, or the 46 of Chase Berry, remember, because they were all in that group together. And we're talking almost the whole straightaway difference from just the few laps that Chase Berry stayed out.
Yeah, you can see just, man, how far ahead they are. You see the white car of Ellis Thomas back there. A little bit behind him is Chase Berry. So definitely a sizable lead here. And if you manage those tires to the end of this race, could be a winning move for drivers like Robert Probst or Matt Kuntz.
Yeah, definitely need to manage. But Robert Probst right now running almost a half a second slower than Chris Smith right now. So long way to go still in this race, but right now Robert Probst has a 3.5 second lead over Chris Smith, who has a hard charge coming right now.
Yeah, we can see it right here. Those fresh tires definitely paying dividends now. 5 mile an hour faster entering the corner, 3 mile an hour throughout the rest of the corner. And yeah, you can see it right there. 5 in the middle of the corner, that turn. Definitely, hey, it's a matter of time. He's already within 3 seconds, but we'll have to see if he's able to get there. It's like, yeah, Nick DeCesare has now caught the 21. Well, he's still just about where he was before. Yeah, these pit stops have definitely kind of spread everything out. Right now, the closest battle is probably going to be Chris catching Matt Kuntz for second place. Not quite able to get there yet, but just in the last lap, Chris has cut in just about a second into Robert's lead.
Yeah, but he's got to pass Matt Kuntz first, who is our P2 currently. But man, look at this run that Chris is getting off of turn 4 as the kind of overcast comes back over. Huge run. Go look to the inside. Right now, there's nothing that anybody can do to stop that 28.
Man, I'll tell you, that lap alone was another full second into Robert's lead. And yeah, definitely, I would assume in the next lap or so, we're going to see Chris Smith back out front where he was before he pitted. And yeah, unfortunate for Robert, the strategy just isn't going to pan out. But definitely got up there, led some laps, and and hey, gain some points, you know. And he's not out of it yet. There could be a caution or something to re-rack the field.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for Robert to hold that 28 behind unless he just blatantly throws blocks. But it doesn't look like he has the car to even keep it on the bottom. Chris Smith is going to pass him back for the lead as we cross the line to complete lap 62.
Yep, right back up where he started, and yep, I imagine he's just going to continue to pull away. Robert's even fallen back to the clutches of Matt Kuntz, who does have, about 4 lap fresher tires than Robert. So, yeah, I mean, hey, definitely tire strategy coming into full effect here. See if Matt is able to get that run on the inside. Down in turn 1, Robert tags the wall just a touch on the straightaway, and yeah, I think Matt's going to be able to get a good run out of the corner and set sail into turn 3 to claim that second position.
I don't know. Robert's holding tough on this outside right now. I don't think Matt's going to quite clear him here off of 4. Definitely not. They're still drag racing to the line, but while all that's happening, Chris Smith is just setting sail, but Ryan Hinkle and Nick Cesare are gaining rapidly on these two.
Yeah, it's another case of when you're side by side, you know, the side draft and everything. It's like having a parachute, and you know, you would think, you know, maybe Charlotte wouldn't be too big of a deal, but yeah, that arrow definitely comes into effect, and it'll bring you right back to the cars behind you. You see that 5 almost up into the wall again. Yeah, definitely wondering the lifespan of those tires that he has on that car.
Yeah, Matt Kuntz is definitely a lot faster than that 5, but that 5's been running a very good defensive line. As you can see here, just looking back, I think Matt's best bet would be to try to get to his outsides. He has significant more tire wear as well. Their tires are fairly about even, actually. They didn't pit too much apart from one another.
Yeah, it's just so hard to pass, and yeah, you can see the run that Matt is able to get, but just nowhere to go on corner exit. He has to lift, allow Robert the lane up by the wall, and yeah, I mean, you can see lurking in the distance there is that number 21 of Ryan Hinkle and Nick DeCesare, and they're catching this pack fast.
Yeah, Ryan Hinkle and Nick DeCesare have been running about 30.3s compared to the 30.7s that we're seeing from Robert Ropes and Matt Kuntz right now. Further back is Chase Berry running the 30.2s, but he's back there in 7th, but he is way behind this group. When he pitted on the same lap as Chris Smith. But also one thing, too, to note is Braxton Deweese ended up going back a lap down to Chris Smith as he's side by side right now. This is for the 13th position for Lee Campbell. And believe it or not, Paul Thomas as well behind them. All these guys are fighting for that lucky dog position. All 3 of them.
Yeah, definitely. We see there's battles all throughout the field here. It's exactly what you want to see in these ARCA cars. And yeah, side by side, Braxton and Lee both had some, less than desirable nights so far, but get up there, get that lucky dog, and a caution happens, you might be able to recover and get up there for a good finish.
Matt Kuntz is also putting the pressure back on Robert Ropes for side by side again back here, but also have Ryan Hinkle, who's caught them within a matter of a couple of laps here. What's Ryan Hinkle going to do? Because he doesn't want Nick Cesare to capitalize on him, and Ellis Thomas is not far behind them right now.
Yeah, this battle ahead is exactly what Chris Smith wants to see, and right now it's exactly what Ellis wants to see too. Get him back into the mix, and we saw he was fast earlier, got up to second place pretty easily, as we see. Maybe a little bit of a bump and run there from Matt Kuntz to Robert Probst.
Yeah, I don't think the contact was there, but I know he took the air off that 5 machine, and it walked him straight up the track, and that allowed all of them to pass, but also for Ellis Thomas to catch right up to this group. All of these drivers right now are battling for the second position.
Yeah, this is wild. You got a 5-car battle for second place, 2 wide, 2 rows deep here. Ellis just trying to find a way through.
Oh my goodness! Oh, so did Robert Probst.
Oh my, absolute chaos up here. The 5 in the wall, he's able to save it. We were just, man, watching Ellis getting through here. He got lucky there. That could have been bad with that wall hit.
That was definitely just a clinched up moment there. Then Robert Probst losing a little bit allows Chase Berry to just barely get us into that draft, which may allow him to start catching up. But Ellis Thomas just weaved his way through this, already past Nick DeCesare, and is now looking to Ryan Hinkle for second place.
Yeah, we can see on the left there, Ryan Hinkle is up a ton of spots on this strategy. If he's able to hold on and get himself a top 5, may very well be your biggest mover of the night. Right now, he's up 16 positions from where he started.
Yeah, that's a great run right now from that 21. I mean, the other big movers right now, believe it or not, 10 positions is that 44 machine of Patrick O'Toole. I mean, we haven't talked much about him other than talking about that paint scheme, currently battling Laura Wiseman, and this is for 9th position. Patrick O'Toole started pretty much dead last tonight, cracked the top 10.
Yeah, solid run from Patrick. Definitely, he was looking forward to this race tonight for sure. And yeah, solid run here with just 15 laps to go. Gonna try to hold off Laura as we get down to the end of this thing. Got a battle for second place up here. Looks like Ellis Thomas is going to be able to get by Ryan Hinkle and work his way past the lap car of Braxton DeWeese here.
Yeah, made easy work of both Ryan as well as Braxton here. And Braxton's just, I mean, he's just praying for that caution to come out. He is still, no, Lee Campbell is the lucky dog position. So right now, tough break for that number 8 machine is that caution that he's been hoping for. It's probably too late to get it.
Yeah, definitely a little too late. It's only going to extend Chris's points lead. But hey, anything can happen, and we've seen it. It's been a fairly clean season, but you never know. But yeah, right now, Chris Smith with a handy lead, all the way up 5.5 seconds over Ellis Thomas. Ellis is gaining in a little bit, but maybe just a little too late to gain back 5 seconds there.
Yeah, back here, Chase Berry just past Matt Coons for 5th position. Just soared right on by him, but he has been catching this group ahead of him as well. 4/10 after that last lap. Then Hinkle and DeCesare, excuse me, kind of struggling with the names at the moment. But right now, still on pace of what Ellis Thomas is running.
Yep. Solid run from Chase. Definitely lost a little bit after the pit stops. Makes you wonder what happened. He was right with Ellis, but he'll have to go back and find out about that one. But yeah, one thing, man, we saw he was really struggling there. Robert Probst still able to hang on to 7th place right now, and it's a pretty good gap behind him. So looking like a pretty solid top 10 run here from Robert. We haven't talked about it yet, but one of the throwback paint jobs here tonight, 31 of Randy Gross. Great looking paint job here. I believe he made it himself. He had posted about it a while ago that that he was working on it. And yeah, this old Cartoon Network throwback. I'm not sure who drove it. It was the number 9 car, I believe. But yeah, good looking paint job. I'm not sure. We'd have to look it up. But
Bad part is race control Randy told us before this race, and we've already forgotten.
It's okay though. Yeah, Randy Gross here has yeah, I mean, he's had a season of ups and downs. He's had some really good runs and just unfortunate things that happen near the end of the races that kind of bring him out of it. I know he ran really good in the 87s race we had, the Beach Bum race, and yeah, definitely good run here and a great paint job.
Yeah, I mean, this race alone, it's definitely not off the pace by no means. Just got caught up with a speeding penalty under green flag pit stops. I mean, that alone just will ruin anybody's race.
Yeah, we can see he's just one lap down now, but yeah, we see Steve Vest going a lap down to Chris here. They are teammates. Steve, I don't know if that's a throwback in that number 60, because I think he runs that car all the time, right? So, but
Yeah,
still, definitely a paint job that has probably dominated Charlotte numerous times with the Jimmy Johnson scheme here. So,
well, I'm gonna tell you right now, man, Chris Smith is on rails right now as he's catching up to lap the 10th place driver of Zachary Mitchell as he passes Jacob Nickerson just now. Now Nickerson's also 2 laps down now, but man, that 28 right now just has so much speed.
yeah, he's definitely, like you said, on rails. He's going to peek to the inside and put 10th place a lap down. Yeah, good run from Zachary Mitchell, though. He's had a lot of good runs here lately. And yeah, I mean, hey, barring any incidents here, he's got about, about a half second. So that is 4 position between him and Steve Vest.
Well, we're crossing the line here for 5 laps to go. Believe it or not, Johnny, this race is almost over with. And really no really big battles going on the track right now. Everyone's just kind of holding their own because I know they know that 28 is just long gone right now, and they're kind of just trying to hold their positions of what they have now.
Yeah, it looks like, maybe something might have just happened to Zachary Mitchell, and Steve's able to get by for that 10th place position. We're just on him. We just missed it, but it moved Steve Vest up into 10th place. Right now, Laura Wiseman is the final car in the lead lap. Just 4 laps to, coming to 3 laps to go. Gonna have to try to hang on to keep that lead lap finish. So right now, we see Chris Smith with a huge lead over Ellis Thomas. Second place here, teammates running up front. Then you have Ryan Hinkle at number 21 on a little bit different of a tire strategy. Able to make that work, though. With those slightly older tires, we have Nick DeCesare, the 00, running in 4th place. And our in-race reporter, Chase Berry, running in 5th.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely at all with that strategy from Ryan Hinkle. Pitted lap 44 compared to 53 as the leaders, but he's been running, I mean, almost equivalent times to what the leaders are running now. So yeah, good strategy call from that 21. Puts himself in that podium position with only a handful of laps to go here.
Absolutely does. But up front, Chris Smith is able to get by Laura Wiseman. He's going to take the Whiplash Simcams, 1 to go here. Just a handful of corners left, and Chris Smith is going to lock up his 3rd win of the season.
And 2 in a row, too, I believe.
Yeah, that it would be. Coming out of turn 4 here, that number 28 machine is going to see the checkered flag and win the Queen City Sprint at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
And don't count out Ellis Thomas. Just crosses the line in 2nd with Ryan Hinkle. Gonna round out our podium. So we will be talking to those 3 drivers here shortly. But man, good, clean race here. But I'm going to tell you what, it all came down to, well, for one, Chris Smith. We're just going to keep him out of what I'm about to say here, but it all really came down to those pit stops.
Yep, it really did. And yeah, right down to the end there, we saw just the strategy coming into effect. And yeah, we see a little bit of a teammate kind of shove there as Chris Smith's going to burn it down. We'll be back right on the other end of our commercial here to talk to the top 3 drivers. All right, we are back, and yeah, I'm not sure. It looks like we already have our 3rd place finisher lined up in the waiting room here. Justin, I believe you got caught up with Ryan Hinkle.
Yeah, I am caught up with Ryan Hinkle. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Ryan, that was a heck of a strategy call to bring it down earlier, a lot earlier than what the leaders had run, but it definitely paid off for that podium position tonight. Man, walk us through this race. It was pretty clean, pretty hot front race.
Yeah, I've been so many times staying out late, like later than everybody, so I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna pin early, see how it works out. And I'm usually pretty good at saving tires too, so it's just, I don't know, it was a fun race. I enjoyed it. This Charlotte is kind of like my bread and butter kind of track, so yeah, I just stayed out of whatever mayhem I saw and ended up with a solid finish run.
Yeah, well, saying I believe, a hard charger of the race, started 18th tonight, brought it home in 3rd. But I'm gonna tell you what, I love the mountain paint scheme that you were rocking tonight, and yeah, it almost makes me want to go get one, but I'd have to go to the store for that, and I'm too lazy for that right now. But hey, man, congratulations on the 3rd place finish. But hey, man, before we let you go, is there anybody you'd like to thank that got you here tonight?
Well, first of all, thank you guys for putting all this on. It's always fun. It's always been fun. I want to thank my buddy Matt for painting the car that you like so much. All the cars that I run are painted by him. And James Danforth, kind of a teammate, sort of. So yeah, just thank them guys and appreciate what y'all are doing.
Well, thank you for those kind words. But man, go celebrate with the team, and we'll see you next week, hopefully up here on the podium as well.
Hey, take it easy, guys.
There you have it. That was 3rd place Ryan Hinkle, but I'm trying to find Mr. Ellis. There he is. I believe you got caught up with him.
Ellis Thomas coming home 2nd place yet again. Just adding on to this consistent season we've seen all year long. Man, just take us through how that race went and what more you needed to catch your teammate Chris at the end there.
Oh, well, Appreciate you guys. It was a fun race. I was just glad we went caution free. I was just kind of waiting for that caution to fall right in the middle of the pit cycle or right before. It was a good run. I think it was about saving tires. I'm sure you guys probably noticed that. And I feel like we did a pretty good job saving tires on that first run. We were a little bit quicker than Chris in the final 5 laps of that first run or so. I think I probably was a little bit conservative coming down pit road. I just didn't want to, make a mistake. And kind of got caught up in that gaggle of 4 or 5 cars racing for position. I was able to get through there pretty quickly. Everyone was racing pretty cleanly, so it wasn't too crazy, which was nice. I don't really think I could have done anything different, honestly. I think it was just he capitalized, got off pit road a little bit better, and the difference was about the same, as it was at the end of the first run. So it was a good run. I'll gladly take second to Chris any night of the week.
Yeah, and hey, you said it wasn't too crazy, but it looked really crazy when you got through that pack there. You had cars in the wall, and it was, just absolute chaos for a couple laps there. But you're able to get through clean and set sail and try to get up there, but still a solid second place finish. And before we let you go, anybody you want to thank, any sponsors, shout outs, maybe a race coming up that you want to talk about a little bit, have at it.
Hey, you read my mind. First of all, shout out to the wife for allowing me to race and do what I do every week. And shout out to Chris and Steve and Paul, my teammates. It's fun to be in the race with them each week and kind of get little tips and practice. But the big race we have coming up 1 week from this past Saturday, I guess it's this coming Saturday, the 22nd, Thanksgiving Fall Classic at Talladega. We've still got some spots available. It's 70 laps in the ARCA cars, and the $7 registration fee goes directly to Feeding America to help stock food pantries this holiday season. So it's all for a good cause. We've got a driver's button box giveaway from Superior. We have diecast giveaways and stuff in the chat during the broadcast. So it's going to be a fun event. We're looking forward to it. Slingshotracing.org/register for more info. And shout out to you guys, as always, in the Slingshot Racing League for putting this deal together every single week and making it fun to come out here and get a little bit of time.
Hey, well, we certainly appreciate it. Definitely looking forward to that race. And once again, congratulations on the podium finish. And hopefully we get to see you up here next week.
Absolutely. Appreciate it.
All right, that was tonight's second place finisher, Ellis Thomas. And Justin, I believe you have tonight's winner, Chris Smith.
I believe we got him up here. Chris Smith, you got a copy?
I got you.
Well, man, I'm telling you what, 3 wins this season, 2 in a row. Put a dominating performance on here tonight. I mean, really, not many were able to keep up with you at all tonight. But tell me, how were the tires holding up for you? Because a lot of these drivers were talking about how much tire wear mattered.
Yeah, they were. It was definitely important to stay after the right front. That first run, I think that right front was down to 44. So my teammate Ellis, he did a much better job than I did the first run and managed, and he was a good bit quicker than I was there at the end right before the pit stop. So luckily we got a pretty good lead. The first half of the stint. That kind of worked in our favor right there, and able to put a little bit of distance between him. It was critical. You had to paint or kind of had to roll around the paint down there on the inside, wait on the throttle, and just look after it all night. So it definitely that was definitely the ticket to have speed at the end of the run.
Yeah, he definitely did everything right tonight, but I'm telling you, the struggles of that 8 machine definitely going to play in your favor tonight with the points battle with only just 3 races remaining. How you feeling with these last few races that we have left?
Yeah, I hate that for him. I guess he had some type of shifter issue there on the start. I hate it because I wanted to, kind of raise some heads up. That's part of the reason why I came back and wanted to do this year was to, have a good championship battle. So we still got to stay after it, though. We've got Bristol coming up. I know that's going to be that's going to be a tough, sort of hurdle to get around right there cleanly. So this definitely helps tonight. This gives us some, some of that breathing room. So got a good track next week, Pocono. I feel really confident going there, and if we can survive Bristol, that puts us in pretty good shape. So it's definitely not wrapped up by any means, and Ellis is also having a heck of a season. I think I just looked, they're tied, second in points now, I think. So he's been on a roll this year. So it's definitely going to be tough holding those guys off.
Oh, without a doubt. Well, nonetheless, congratulations on actually winning the Crown Jewel money race tonight as well, bringing home a crisp $20 bill as well. Hey, man, before we let you go and celebrate with the team, any shout-outs that you would like to do? The floor is yours.
Appreciate it. I'll give a shout-out to my family if they're still up and watching at home. Shout-out to you guys for bringing the broadcast tonight and, every single Monday night. We definitely appreciate all your hard work, and everybody at Slingshot TV for everything that they do. I want to give a shout out to the league sponsors, UD Awards, Stand Up Fight Series, Evan Pienta Designs for designing my paint scheme here, all the league admins, Randy for doing the race control. I also want to give a shout out to my teammates as well. Great night for them. Ellis, like I said, he was probably the fastest car on the long run tonight. And how about Steve Vest bringing home a top 10 as well, 2 weeks in a row. So and Paul as well having a good run too. So good night for the race team, and good night overall for all the league drivers. Caution free tonight. So great night.
Well, we also want to give a shout out to you, man, for the non-biased race review after each and every race.
We'll be bringing it.
All right, man. Well, congratulations, man. We'll talk to you here in a bit, and hopefully talk to you here podium again at Pocono.
Sounds good. Y'all have a good one.
Well, Johnny, there you have it. Our winner tonight. 2 races in a row, 3 on the season. Chris Smith.
Yeah, definitely, man, just showing that dominance, definitely a little bit lucky with the issue with Braxton to, he's going to extend his points lead a little bit there, but still definitely going to be an exciting battle for this championship all the way down to the wire between all 3 of those drivers. We're going to go over our race results here. We just talked to the top 3, Chris Smith, Ellis Thomas, and Ryan Henkel. Nick DeCesare coming home 4th place, kind of quietly. We talked a little bit about him throughout the race, but great run from that number 00. Man, in race reporter Chase Barry, he had our heart rate monitor tonight, and it didn't get too out of control, but we definitely saw it spike up there a little bit. Intense race for Chase, comes home 5th place with Matt Kuntz in that number 13 machine, coming home in 6th right behind him. Robert Probst had some issues earlier, but led some laps, battled for the podium for the better part of the beginning of the race, and he's still going to come home in 7th place. Great run tonight from Patrick O'Toole at number 44, that Kellogg's machine. Good looking ride out there, brought it home 8th place. And first car 1 lap down is going to be Laura Wiseman in the 84, with Steve S coming home in 10th place.
Yeah, right behind him, Zachary Mitchell will be rolling off 11th with the Lee Campbell in 12th. Brian Brobst, we saw had that contact with the wall, and that crazy save with the contact with Danforth, comes home 13th, and Braxton DeWeese with the shifter problems right off the rip. Gonna bring it home 14th, but it was a good, solid, I wouldn't say recovery, but it was a good fight from that 18 to keep it in, bring home this 14th place. Paul Thomas is gonna roll home 15th. And James Stanford 16th. We saw Randy Gross have the pit road penalty, finishing 17th with Cam Gillens 18th. We got Jacob Nickerson in 19th, followed by Jacob Phillips in 20th. 41 laps down.
Yeah, maybe some internet issues from that 56. We know he dropped out early on, but either way, still got out there, tried to make a run at it. And unfortunate end to his night. But without further ado, we are going to move on to our points. Looks like it is updated this time. That's good. It worked. And Chris Smith just extending that lead. And yes, Braxton is tied for 2nd place with Ellis Thomas after that second place finish tonight that Ellis had. A little bit further back, not completely out of the running yet, is James Danforth and Nick DeCesare. And a little bit further back from there is Chase Berry and Robert Brooks. Tight little battle for 6th.
Yeah, Chase Berry gained, I believe, 2 positions this race. So that's a very, very tight battle between 6th all the way to 8th there with Jacob Phillips not finishing this thing. And Jacob's been falling pretty hard in the points these last few races because he was up there with battling James Stanford.
Yeah, we see, just further through here, it looks like Ryan Hickle gained some spots up to 17th with that podium finish tonight. And Rye Jones losing more, just started off the season strong, just hasn't been here, so definitely dropping like a rock. But yeah, definitely some exciting battles to keep an eye on over the next coming weeks. Speaking of next, up next we have the stand-up fight Invitational Cup here on Wednesday night. Gen 4 cars, we're going to be heading to Auto Club for the penultimate race of the season. We will be off the week after for Thanksgiving, but yeah, Auto Club's going to be a lot of fun. You can see me and Justin out there wheeling our Gen 4s around. And yeah, it's going to be a fun one to watch. Then Thursday night, the Downtown Auto Sales National Series from NSRLA. That's going to be a fun race to watch at Rockingham Thursday night. Race number 5 of their season. It's been a pretty incredible show so far. Definitely excited to watch that one. Then next week, we already talked about it, but we will be right back here with the UD Awards National Series at Pocono. Race number 10. So just 3 races left, and we're going to be setting the stage for this championship battle right down to the end. And with that said, I think we are just about ready to wrap up here tonight. We do appreciate everybody coming out, joining us in the chat. Pretty much just my dad. We did have Nathan Gentry in there saying a lot of great looking cars out there. Absolutely was. We can't wait to pick the throwback winner and send them their poster. Sorry. It's going to be really cool, you know. Definitely excited to get that out there. And thank you everybody that made their paint jobs. Thanks everybody that watches. And yeah, until next week, this has been Johnny Rapp in the Slingshot TV booth for Justin Wilson. We will see you at Pocono.